let's have a look at the teams. Starting off with Coventry, the host today, and Roland Winter has largely kept faith with the starting 15 that ran out against Saracens a week ago. The only change comes in the back row, where Ben Nutley, who missed that game due to injury, he comes back in at 7, which means that Sam Lewis switches to 6. Half a dozen debutants for Cov: Rob Stevenson, Kieran Wilkinson and Joe Snart half-back, Nick Doddy, who scored 3 tries in that pre-season, and a big hello to Nick Doddy's dad, who'll be watching in from Australia today on the live stream. James Harper, the 20-year-old from Sale, he's also lines up as a debutant. And Sam Lewis, I've already mentioned him, the dual-registered Leicester Tiger, comfortable in the second row and the back row. The 22-year-old stays at the 6 shirt. Plenty of debutants for Bedford as well. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 debutants starting today, including a number of their Northampton Saints dual-registered players: Ruben Bird-Tulloch, Ryan Olowafella, the halfbacks Tommy Matthews and teenager Connor Tupai, James Fish, Lewis Bean, Ollie Newman and Tai Uru. It's good to see the play getting a little bit much. It's starting to warm up.
That's it, yeah. There's been a lot of stoppages, and the boys, it's equally as frustrating for the fans as it is for the players, and hopefully we can use this as momentum and take it through for the rest of the match.
Tommy Matthews only turned 20 at the start of February. Might be only 20s, but he's been around the block a little bit. He's came through the London Irish Academy, went to Hartbury and spent some time with Gloucester, the Wales under-18 international. Now at Northampton Saints and in the Championship with Bedford Blues. And Matthews opens up the scoring. Goes forward off Tapley. Cov got a free play. At least it's only a knock on. Owen puts boot to ball. Advantage is over. Rich Lane's back and's got plenty of space to run in, and he's going to use that. Louis Brown there is one of the tacklers, and Andy Forsyth. Bedford though keep the ball alive. Bean.
No, well done.
Takes the contact. Matthews sees the men over on the left hand side. Nico Bedford keeping the ball alive. Joe Atkinson helped by a bit of a definitely looked to be helped by a bit of a shoulder there, putting the defender off. And that has gone forward, and another let off for Coventry as Connor Tupai gets pulled back, and it's going to be a scrum to restart for Coventry. Did look like a bit of shepherding there, and that's the word I was looking for, shepherding over on the far side.
It looked like there could have been an accidental offside there, but some blocking involved. But he's going to be watching that back, and he's going to be kicking himself. That's going to be an interesting review next week. Great tackle there.
As play breaks down there for Bedford, commentators curse there, and Forsyth intercepts there, and that is a dump tackle there on Will Owen. There is absolutely no hesitation of referee Hamish Smales, not just to award the penalty but also to send Connor Tupai to the sin bin. Matthews, the stand-in scrum half, gets absolutely crunched by James Harper, and Bedford have another advantage, presumably for offside.
Deemed offside, well, looks like it.
He's not offside because the ball's been lifted, but it is a high tackle.
That's a high tackle.
Use the line, gents, use the line.
Tupai comes back from the naughty step, and Tommy Matthews, who it has to be said, has filled in manfully at scrum half. He's been operating almost like a French scrum half in terms of how he's been dictating play, and now he gets the chance of the first points of the second half. Very early in the second half, it took over 20 minutes for the first points to come in the first, but 4 minutes into the second, and no mistake from Matthews makes it Coventry 0, Bedford 6.
Time is on.
It's a bit of a potentially canny play there from the Bedford coaches, because that slowed Cov down just a little bit, and Dakers wins the ball athletically in the line out. Ball is now back with Nick Dolly at the back of that maul. Good defending from Bedford so far, but Cov, Dolly goes over and dives and gets the try.
Yeah, great reward. Probably a just outcome from the two back-to-back penalties, and we now potentially could take the lead.
It was definitely red going down.
Man advantage, a try to the good, and we spoke before the game about Coventry's dominance in the scrum, in the pack over the last couple of weeks, especially in the first hours against Saracens on both games, and they've got the act together at the start of the second.
Yeah, the maul going down just before the try line, and Dolly saw the gap and he's dived straight for it. So yeah, a good score for the Coventry pack. Luke Janot coming on now.
Yeah, I've had a number of replacements for Cov. We'll bring those up to date after this conversion attempt from Kieran Wilkinson. And the England under-20 fly half kicks Cov into a 1-point lead. 13 minutes and change into the start of the second half.
Yep. Just make sure we keep our gap.
But still, had some time taken off the clock, as I say, from a Coventry perspective.
Crouch.
Pete White, new dad Pete White. Has it changed him?
Bye.
Not really, no. He had some time off. Probably, well, of course he needed, and he came back hungry as ever. It doesn't really change. A very positive scrum there by Bedford.
Yeah, winning the ball against the head there, and they've got an advantage. And the penalty is indeed coming, and Will Maisie already is pointing towards the uprights.
Yeah, very confident in his kicking ability. Something that we pointed out earlier on in commentary, and I'm sure he'll be looking at knocking this over the sticks.
The clock's about to turn red. 5 minutes or so, we estimate, of stoppage time.
On that side.
And Will Maisie is lining up for the first kick at goal with a bit of pressure on him.
Big breeze coming into our face as well.
18 months ago, the XL Motive stand would have been erupting with joy if Maisie kicks. And unfortunately, the silence, it would have happened even if there'd have been fans here, because this time he's kicked a penalty for Bedford to take the visitors in front by 2 points with about 5 minutes still to play. James Lennon. Bedford just going through the phases now. And at some point they'll kick it deep. Looks to be coming back now from Lennon, using his left boot. Brown. That's a great nudge there from Lennon just to keep the ball in play. And now all of a sudden it's Coventry who gets the penalty though. That was a great kick there from Lennon. Louis Brown does superbly under the high ball to keep it alive, and in the end it's Coventry who have done exactly what they needed to do. And there's a bit of a chat in terms of what's going to happen, and Fenner is going for the corner, just in terms would definitely be a difficult kick to get from that far out, but says a lot about Coventry's intent in terms of what they want to achieve at this stage.
Yeah, well, I think that Bedford kick was meant to go out into touch to ease some pressure off them, but obviously from a Cov point of view, we don't want to be chasing the game too much. We have to be wary of that and be careful of that, so hopefully we don't force it, we look after it, make the right decisions, and we end up back under their post.
There was a drive over try from Cov, the only try of the game so far, scored by Nick Dolly, and he's got the ball at the back of this maul as Coventry are making meters. Bedford look to have got their mitts on it, and Cov have an advantage.
Yeah, it looked like swimming there from the second rows again. Again, a dangerous area, a dangerous time. It could be a potential car.
I do love how they call it swimming.
Yeah, it's that motion, isn't it? One arm after the other.
I think if there were any other 1970s dance moves that you could.
Crawl, yeah.
Then could we find something for the mashed potato?
Yeah,
or
distance warning to the captain, so I'm going to pass the message on for you. Okay?
Not sure. We could get away with that.
And the Bedford pack are warned that the next player will go to the bin if they do that again. Hamish smells his patience running out with the Blues. Dolly finds Ben Nutley with his first catch of the day, and I think there's an advantage now for Cov, and probably a sin bin coming too if Hamish Smells lives up to what he was talking about. His right hand goes to the pocket. Cov have a penalty.
Everyone up your jump, please.
And who is it who's going to be sent to the sin bin? We'll wait and see.
Through the melee.
No.
That one's not on commentary bingo, by the way. Handbags is though, I think. And this time it's Will Carrick-Smith who's gone to the sin bin for Bedford. That's going to be a big miss as far as power's concerned. And Fenner goes to the corner again.
interesting.
Okay, line, yeah.
You know, obviously the maul is a big focus for us, and it looks like it's been really paying dividends, and let's hope we can secure this ball and get over the line and get a late victory.
Dolly finds Sam Lewis this time with a catch. Coventry mixing and matching. Good counter drive from Bedford. Coventry keep control of the ball, but Bedford have got their mitts on this, and this is going to end up with another penalty for putting that down, and that's a little bit unfortunate from a Bedford perspective.
Yeah, it sounded, well, the ref sounded happy, didn't he? He sounded like he came through the middle, and obviously he wasn't happy with the way it was brought down, so ended up a pen our way.
And it looks like Cov are going to go for the sideline again. Actually, no. It's a change, and Fenner's going for posts.
5 metre line for me, please. You can come through.
Big kick,
Yeah,
potential match-winning kick. This.
Everyone on the 5.
Well, I think from the last pen he was considering it. He gave the forwards one more roll of the dice, give him a chance, and yeah, took it on his shoulders now, and hopefully he gets the ball over the sticks.
Well, we estimated that there were 5 minutes of stoppage time to be played, and those 5 minutes are up. We will wait and see what happens as Fenner puts something in the air to see what it is. I don't think it's a blade of grass. I think stadium manager Eric Richardson wouldn't be happy if it was. And the veteran been helping out with the attack coaching over the past few months since the departure of Anthony Allen. Now gets a chance to potentially win the game for Cov. Takes his time, goes for goal, and it's over. And that is it. That is the full-time whistle. And if there's ever a time to get your first kick of the season, that is that. Great penalty there from Tony Fenner. Wins the game. 10-9 for Coventry. What great nerves under pressure.
Yeah, a great, fantastic by Fenner there, showing his mettle, a tough skill, and to be able to execute that in the last minutes of the game, it's, full credit to him and the Cov team sticking in it. A low scoring game, a lot lower scoring than we probably ever imagined, but still a very good physical battle, and like any championship game is a tough ask, and to get a W is a great result.